Hey everybody, this is Steve back in the shop again. I wanted to kind of follow up on the carburetor videos I made yesterday. I had it torn apart and I've since cleaned it up, put it all back together. Unfortunately, I didn't have any real way to, not yet anyway, of going step by step how I did it. Now I didn't clean this up. This is not a restoration grade carburetor rebuild. This is just something I took off of my tractor that I'm working on. I wanted to clean it up, make sure the ports were clean. I took all the screws out, soaked everything down in some solvent, blew everything out, took some small wires and went through the ports, got all those cleaned out. If you remember, when I took it apart the other day, I pretty much tore this gasket up. I managed to reuse everything else. Everything else was actually clean. Let me say everything else cleaned up. The gasket was beyond hope, so I made one out of paper. It's not as hard a process as you might think. I used a pretty good quality paper there. I hope you can focus in on that. I just traced out the old gasket. You can see the reverse images. Get my camera right here. See the reverse images of it. Cut it out with a trusty knife, a pair of scissors, and these little hole punches from the world's famous El Cheapo tool store actually come in real handy. You can make some really small punches, and you'll need them in this area right here where your needle valve comes through, or your idle needle comes through. But all in all, it turned out really well. I'm not going to paint it up, none of that kind of stuff. This is basically just to kind of show you some of the steps for what I would call a working tractor. I'll do a little bit more cleaning up here and get some more of this crud out before I try to mount it, but it's a far cry from what I started with. Hopefully you can attest to that. And be real careful with these little screws. They like to break off. Before you get them out, soak the daylights out of all this stuff. Soak. And again, this was your air mixture. This is your fuel. You can see the drain. Don't try to wash that, or don't try to drill that out. It's supposed to have a plug in it. It's basically like an overflow drain. If you want to get a real precise kit, there's a carburetor number. You can match that number to the kits that you buy. It's located on the top of the carburetor. Most of those kits will have needles, seats, some more of these adjustment screws, and they'll pretty much fix you up. So probably the next video you see regarding this carburetor will be it sitting on a tractor and the tractor running. So come join me again. Thanks.